Yeah, definitely. Because I've been to about 15 African countries, but like I said, it's
Wow.
almost 60 African countries. So Africa is the most genetically diverse continent in the world. So if you've been to Ghana, when you go to Egypt, it's gonna be like a whole nother planet. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. I can't wait to experience. I'm so excited. So that's gonna be
But
great.
it's equally empowering. But like you say, the thing is, this like a lot of Black Americans, we really barely know our own history, so we don't know about the colonization of Africa. We don't know about the scramble for Africa and
Ooh, yes.
neo-colonialism and all of that. We still got trying to catch up, with our own thing, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, when you get over there and you experience those so-called slave castles, I hate that word. I hate that term. I hate calling them castles. I hate all of that. But man, you down there in that dungeon, man. That's a life-changing moment. I've never experienced. I can't even. I can't. You can't even fathom like how these people survived. This and then going through the door, no return, and seeing that water right there, and like those boats. Man, it's mind-boggling. But I think it's I think it's important because it kind of gives you a bigger sense of responsibility. This is what you're doing every day is so much bigger than just you. We got a slogan that we use called "Busy Making My Ancestors Proud," right? So we want people to
Wow, that's
stay
dope.
focused. Yeah, yeah. We want them to stay focused on what they endured, so that every day you got work to do. You standing on some shoulders of some people that endured hell, and we ain't going back. But you're gonna have to work. And then then the challenge to people is here's what you gotta recognize. You are a future ancestor. So you need to be acting accordingly, right? It's bigger than us. Man, we got work to do.
Most definitely, most definitely. Um, Man, you got a lot already accomplished. You got a lot going on. I wanted to ask you, do you have any other upcoming projects? Books, flashcards, anything?
Yeah, we're consistently rolling out products again to make it fun and easy to learn Black history. So we've got a pretty diverse line of flashcards. We're doing like playing cards, so to have some fun, but got Black history mixed in with it. We're building out a couple of other curriculums. So we got the Black Math Genius program, but we have something called Ethnic Melodies, which is African centered reading program. We have True Colors, which is a curriculum that we're pushing into schools. That's just basically our Black history with the lessons, right? So you're learning about Joe Box Brown, right, and how we're teaching children about that story of how he mailed himself to freedom. But really, it's a conversation piece for children that might not be able to sit still. Got this? Everybody got ADHD, right? But if they learn the story of Joe Box Brown, they learn that he had to be very still and quiet, or some bad things was going to happen to him, right? So when the children are getting a bit erect, you can have a conversation with them about Joe Box Brown. They can recenter themselves and refocus. So it's just using our history to infuse, these lessons into our children and inspire them to do more. We're working on a school. At some point, I got to see where in the strategic plan is going to work. But I want to
Wow.
tie, us together internationally and start to weave these lessons and peoples together so that we can start working together and building the future that we say we desire, right? But we got to get busy. There's a lot of other things I can sit here and just talk about all of this. The travel experience, like we're really running into that. So we're gonna do a lot of trips in 2023 that we're just gearing up for. We're in negotiations with Target. They're talking about putting the flashcards in there. I don't know if I don't. The terms got to work for both sides. It ain't just about being in Target, right? Like a Black
Exactly.
community, we get enamored with names and stuff like that. But if it's not going to work out for us, then we'll skip it, right? We got here without them. We we gonna press on anyway. But yeah, there's a lot going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you had touched on something. Like you say, I do substitute teaching. I'm studying middle childhood education, but I've been fortunate enough. I've substituted in alternative school, middle school, elementary school. And the number one thing I gotta say every day is, can you please sit down? Can you please sit your seat? It's hard, especially this generation. It's
Yeah,
so hard for them to just sit down for 45 minutes. So,
yeah.
sometimes with my nieces and nephews, or when I'm working with groups of children, I try to get them into meditation. Just learn how to sit
Mhm.
still. You constantly running, you constantly thinking, moving around. Just sit still and meditate. But in that case, Joe Box Brown, he had to be still. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah. But our stories, man. I'm telling people during Black History Month, I'm like, we speaking everywhere. I'm like, let me get on every platform we can get the message out to. Is our story? Don't just learn the facts to go regurgitate the facts and talk just because now you know something. You're hoarding facts over each other's heads. Oh, sorry, you don't know that. How you don't know that? But like, be inspired by it and do something different. Like, let's move the needle. Don't just learn it to be regurgitating, learn it to be inspired to do more in your life, to live up to your future ancestry, right? You are gonna be literally the shoulders that the next generations are standing on. Uh, Man, let's get busy.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so for the viewers, if they want to follow you, if they want to purchase the flashcards, if they need more information about the tours, what is your social media, your website? Where can they find you?
Yeah, urbanintellectuals.com. We are urbanintellectuals.com everywhere, right? Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all of that good stuff. But if you drop by the website and just fill out one of the forms to get on our email list, that's really the best way to keep up with everything that's going on. There's a lot in this universe, right? It's a lot of information that we're putting out there and a lot of opportunity to get our history and culture infused into not only yourself, but your children and your grandchildren because of what we know it can do for themselves, their future, and their experiences. Um, I wish I had the travel information right in front of me, but just as long as you go and get on our email list and really engage our content, you'll see it. We do a very good job of communicating, emailing, and posting on our socials. So IG and Facebook. So everything is at Urban Intellectuals.
Okay, okay. So I want to thank you again for coming on the show. It's definitely been an honor. I truly appreciate you. I admire what you're doing. You're influencing and inspiring a lot of people. Continue with the great work. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother. I appreciate the time, man. Thanks for having me.
No, you did. No doubt, no doubt. So thank you to all the viewers that tuned in. It's been another episode of Taye Speaks. Until next time, family. Peace.
Peace.